Today, in this part of the video, we are going to deal with matrices part 3, application of matrices. Here we mainly deal with the application of matrices to solving the system of linear equations and even some word problems or verbal problems. Let us first try to express linear equations into matrix equations. For example, I have got two linear equations, a1x plus b1y equal to c1 and a2x plus b2y equal to c2. Now we can easily, by equality of matrices, we can write these two matrices. That is, this is a column matrix. In fact, this is also a column matrix. In the left hand side we have got left hand side of the equations, and the right hand side we have got the constants. So the left hand side of the above equation can be obtained by multiplying these two matrices. Hence, the given system of linear equations can be represented as the product of these two matrices equal to c1 c2, that is a1 b1 a2 b2 xy equal to c1 c2. So this is a matrix consisting of the coefficients of the variables. This is a column matrix consisting of the variables, and this is a column matrix having only constants. Let us denote a1 b1 a2 b2 capital A, x equal to xy and c equal to c1 c2. Then the above equation can be written as ax equal to c. The same concept can be extended for a system of three linear equations in three variables. Now we are going to discuss two methods for solving this system of linear equations. First one is the method of inversion, and the second method is method of reduction. Method of inversion. Consider the matrix equation ax equal to c, where A is the matrix of coefficients of variables, x is a column matrix of variables, and c is a column matrix of constants. If the solution of the two equations, or if it is having three equations, exist, then the matrix A must be non-singular. That means the determinant of A must not be 0. That indicates A inverse exists. Therefore, A inverse can be found either by elementary transformation method or by adjoint method. In any case, after finding A inverse, pre-multiply the equation Ax equal to c by A inverse. So what we get is A inverse into Ax equal to A inverse into c. So A inverse into A is I. So we get Ix equal to A inverse into c. Therefore, x equal to A inverse into c. And this gives the required solution, because when we multiply these two matrices in the right hand side and equate with x, we will get all the variables, values of the variables. Reduction method or method of reduction. Convert the given linear equations into matrix equation Ax equal to c. Now using row transformations on A, observe it is row transformation on A. Reduce it to an upper triangular matrix or lower triangular matrix or diagonal matrix. We are using a row transformation because the right hand side matrix C is a column matrix. It has got only one column. The same transformations are performed simultaneously on the matrix C as well. Then write the equation in the form of system of linear equations. The equations now can easily be solved by elimination method. So with the help of this much of information, we shall directly get into the examples. In the first example, we are asked to solve the equation by inversion method, and in the second one, we are asked to solve by method of reduction. So first problem, the given equations are x plus y equal to 4 and 2x minus y equal to 5. Let A equal to 1, 1, 2 minus 1, that is a coefficient of variables. X, y, these are the variables, capital X, and C 4, 5 constants. Therefore, the matrix equation is Ax equal to C. Pre-multiplying by A inverse, we get A inverse into A into x equal to A inverse into C. That is Ix equal to A inverse into C, because A inverse into A is I. I means identity matrix. So x equal to A inverse into C, we will call it as equation 1. We know that A into A inverse is equal to I. That is 1, 1, 2 minus 1 into A inverse equal to 1, 0, 0, 1. Now R2 changes to R2 minus 2R1. That means we are going to make this element 0. So that gives 0 minus 3 in the second row, and the same operation is done in the right hand side also. That gives you minus 2, 1. Now to make this minus 3 as 1, we have to divide by minus 3. R2 is divided by minus 3. So R2 changes to minus 1 by 3 R2. That gives minus 3 as 1. That means A22 element becomes 1. And in the right hand side it becomes minus 2 by 3 and minus 1 by 3. So now R1 changes to R1 minus R2. That gives the left hand side matrix as 1 0 0 1 identity matrix into A inverse equal to 1 by 3 1 by 3 2 by 3 minus 1 by 3. Now 1 by 3 is taken out, so we get A inverse is equal to 1 by 3 into 2 1 by 3 into 1 1 2 minus 1. Substituting A inverse and C in equation 1, we get xy equal to 1 by 3 into 1 1 2 minus 1 into 4 5. And now these two matrices are multiplied, the usual matrix multiplication. So that gives you 1 by 3 into 9 3, and 1 by 3 is taken inside. That gives 3 1. Therefore x equal to 3, y equal to 1. Second problem, the given equations are 5x minus y plus 4z equals to 5, 2x plus 3y plus 5z equals to 2, 5x minus 2y plus 6z equals to minus 1. Again, we'll put them in the form of matrices. First one, coefficient of the variable, second one, variable matrix, and third one, constant matrix. So the matrix equation is Ax equal to C. Now pre-multiplying by A inverse, we get the same process what we have done in the previous example. So we get x equal to A inverse into C. We call it as equation 1. And here we have got A into inverse is equal to I. But anyway, I am not going to use this result here. A into inverse is equal to I. We are going to do by adjoint method. Solve this problem by adjoint method, for which I first find out the determinant. And this works out to be 51, which is not equal to 0. That indicates A inverse exists. And now I'll write down minors and cofactors of all the elements of the matrix A. So here I have just written all the minors and cofactors of the elements of the matrix A. And here you are advised to pause the video anytime in between and just go through each and every value carefully, and even verify also. You can verify those values. And these are all the minors and cofactors of all the elements of the matrix A. And now those cofactors are collected in the matrix form in their corresponding positions, and that becomes a cofactor matrix, and that is this. And the transpose of this matrix gives you the adjoint of the matrix A. So therefore adjoint A is 28 minus 2 minus 17, 13, 10 minus 17, minus 19, 5, 17. And we also know that the inverse of the matrix A is given by 1 upon the determinant of A into adjoint of A. So that is 1 by 51 into this matrix. This is the adjoint of the matrix. Now substituting A inverse and C in 1, we get xyz equals to 1 by 51 into, this is the adjoint and this is the constant matrix. And now we multiply these two matrices by usual matrix multiplication, and we get 1 by 51 into 140 minus 4 plus 17 first row, 65 plus 20 plus 17 in the second row, minus 95 plus 10 minus 17 in the third row. And now 1 by 51 into, it becomes 153, 102 minus 102. Now taking 1 by 51 inside the bracket, we get x equal to 3, y equal to 2, and z equal to minus 2. The second problem, we are asked to solve these problems by reduction method, and the equations are x minus y plus z equals to 1, 2x minus y equals to 1, and 3x plus 3y minus 4z equals to 2. And in the beginning assumption part is also same as good as what we have done in the previous examples. So now the matrix equation is Ax equal to C. and substitute the values of A, X and C. So this is the matrix of coefficients of the variables, and is a variable matrix and the constant matrix. Now we reduce this to an upper triangular or lower triangular matrix, whichever we feel convenient. Here we can easily convert these two elements 0, so I'm thinking of making it an upper triangular matrix. So once I make these two 0, then next this can be made easily 0. So R2 changes to R2 minus 2R1 and R3 changes to R3 minus 3R1. That gives 0, 0 here, and 1 minus 2, 6 minus 7 in the second and third row respectively. And the same transformations are in the right hand side also. So it is 1 minus 2 gives you minus 1, 2 minus 3 gives you minus 1 here. And now to make this 6 as 0, I'll just go for transformation R3 changes to R3 minus 6 times R2. So this becomes 0. So R3 minus 6 times R2. So what do we get is 1 minus 1, 1, 0, 1 minus 2, 0, 0, 5. XYZ equals to 1 minus 1, 5. And now after converting it to an upper triangular matrix, we multiply the left hand side matrices, and that gives this equation. Now by equality of matrices, we get x minus y plus z equals to 1, call it as equation 1. Y minus 2z equals to minus 1, call it as equation 2. And 5z equals to 5, therefore we get z equals to 1. Sorry, 5z equals to 5 gives you z equals to 1. So put z equals to 1 in equation 2, we get y equals to 1. Put y equals to 1, z equals to 1 in equation 1, we get x equal to 1. Therefore we get x equal to 1, y equal to 1 and z equal to 1. And the second problem is x plus y equal to 1, y plus z equals to 5 by 3 and x plus z equals to 4 by 3. Again the same process, convert them in the form of matrices. A, coefficient of variables, X, variable matrix, and C, constant matrix. So the matrix equation is once again X equal to C, and therefore we have 1 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 x y z equals to 1 5 by 3 4 by 3. Now I'll make this one as 0 first, for which what I do is R3 changes to R3 minus R1. So that gives 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 minus 1 1, and in the right hand side it becomes 1 5 by 3 1 by 3. Now R3 changes to R3 plus R2. So R3 plus R2, so that this can be easily made 0. So that is, this element has become 0. So R3 plus R2 gives you 2 here, and that means once again we find that this is a upper triangular matrix. So multiply the matrices, we get this equation, and now by equality of matrices we get x plus y equal to 1, call it as equation 1, y plus z equals to 5 by 3 equation 2, 2z equals to 1, therefore 2z equals to 2, therefore we get z equals to 1. Put z equals to 1 in equation 2, we get y plus 1 equal to 5 by 3, therefore y equal to 2 by 3. Now put y equal to 2 by 3 in equation 1, we get x equal to 1 by 3. So finally we get x equal to 1 by 3, y equal to 2 by 3 and z equals to 1. And now we'll consider some statement problems, or rather verbal problems. The cost of 4 pencils, 3 pens and 2 erasers is rupees 60. The cost of 2 pencils, 4 pens and 6 erasers is rupees 90, whereas the cost of 6 pencils, 2 pens and 3 erasers is rupees 70. Find the cost of each item by using matrices. First let us start with the assumption the cost of each pencil, pen and erasers as rupees x, rupees y and rupees z respectively. And what we are given is cost of 4 pencils, 3 pens and 2 erasers is rupees 60. That means 4x plus 3y plus 2z equals to 60. Cost of 2 pencils, 4 pens and 6 erasers is rupees 90. That is 2x plus 4y plus 6z equals to 90. Cost of 6 pencils, 2 pens and 3 erasers is rupees 70. That is 6x plus 2y plus 3z equals to 70. That means we have got 3 system of linear equations. 1 is 4x plus 3y plus 2z equals to 60, 2y plus 4z plus 6z equals to 90, and 6x plus 2y plus 3z equal to 70. We'll put them in the form of matrices. So A is 4, 3, 2, 2, 4, 6 and 6, 2, 3. X is x, y, z, and C is the constant matrix 60, 90 and 70. So the matrix equation is Ax equal to C. And we substitute the values of Ax and C in the above equation, we get this matrix. And here what we note is the leading element of each row is even. So it is a bit difficult, rather we can't get by any rearrangement of row elements making any of the element as 1 unless we divide by the coefficient 2 or 4 or 6. So first what we do is we interchange the two rows R1 and R2. So that makes first row as a 2, 4, 6 and second row is 4, 3, 2 and third row is as it is. And in the right hand side also the same operation is done. First row becomes 90 and second row becomes 60. And what is the reason behind this is I can easily divide this row by 2 so that every term is divisible by 2, so that I am just avoiding fractions. So R1 changes to 1 by 2 R1, that gives 1, 2, 3 in the first row in the left hand side and 45 in the right hand side. Now with the help of this one I can make these two elements zeros easily, and that is the reason for interchanging these two rows. And now R2 changes to R2 minus 4R1 and R3 changes to R3 minus 6R1. So that makes these two elements zeros, and rest of the elements, if you carefully note, they are all having minus 5 common, rather R2 and R3 minus 5 common. So what I do is R2 changes to minus 1 by 5 R2 and R3 changes to minus 1 by 5 R3, just to avoid the negative signs. So I get this matrix. Now this 2 can be made 0 easily with the help of this one. So R3 changes to R3 minus 2 times R2, and that gives you 0 over here, that is third row second column element A32, and this is minus 1, and this becomes an upper triangular matrix. So on multiplying the matrices in the left hand side we get this. Now by equality of matrices we get x plus 2y plus 3z equals to 45, y plus 2z equals to 24, equation 1 and equation 2, minus z equals to minus 8, therefore z equals to 8. Now put the value of z equals to 8 in equation 2, we get the value of y as 8, and put the value of y equal to 8, z equal to 8 in equation 1, we get the value of x as 5. Therefore the cost of each pencil equal to rupees 5, each pen equal to rupees 8, and the cost of each eraser is rupees 8. Next problem. The sum of three numbers is 6. If we multiply third number by 3 and add it to the second number, we get 11. By adding first and the third numbers, we get a number which is double the second number. Use this information and find a system of linear equations. Find three numbers using matrices. First, let us assume the numbers as x, y, z. X is the first number, y is the second number, and z is the third number. The sum of three numbers is 6. A very simple statement. So we get x plus y plus z equal to 6. And what we are given is multiply third number by 3. Third number is z. That means 3z. And add it to second number. Second number is y. That means 3z plus y equals to 11. We get 11. So that is y plus 3z equals to 11. 3z plus y equals to 11 is written as y plus 3z equals to 11. And the third information is if we add first and the third numbers, we get a number which is double the second number. First and third numbers x and z are added. That gives a number which is double the second. Double the second means 2 times y. Therefore x plus z equals to 2y, and when we rearrange it we get x minus 2y plus z equals to 0. So again we put them in the form of matrices. A 1 1 1 0 1 3 1 minus 2 1, x x y z, C 6, this 6, 11 and 0. Now the matrix equation is Ax equal to C. So we have substituted the matrices A, X and C in the above equation. Now R3 changes to R3 minus R1. So R3 minus R1, this can be made 0 easily. So and that has become 0. So R3 minus R1, minus 2 minus 1 gives you minus 3, and this once again minus 1, 1 minus 1 gives you 0. And in the right hand side, R3 changes to R3 minus R1, 0 minus 6 equal to minus 6. So in this case what we have done is, we got 2 zeros in a row and one more 0 here. So if you observe the elements very carefully, you understand that these two coefficients, the coefficients of x and z are 0, and here the coefficient of x is 0. That means you'll be left with this equation. So by equality of matrices, we get x plus y plus z equals to 6, and y plus 3z equals to 11, minus 3y equals to minus 6, that gives you the value of y as 2. Now put y equal to 2 in equation 2, we get z equal to 3, put y equal to 2, z equal to 3 in 1, we get x equal to 1. Therefore x equal to 1, y equal to 2 and z equal to 3. Therefore the required numbers are 1, 2 and 3. The total cost of 3 TV sets and 2 VCRs is rupees 35,000. Shopkeeper wants a profit of rupees 1,000 per television and rupees 500 per VCR. He can sell two TV sets and 1 VCR and get a total revenue as rupees 21,500. Find the cost price and the selling price of TV sets and VCR using matrices. Let the cost of each TV and VCR be rupees X and rupees Y respectively. So here we mean to say cost means cost price. The total cost of 3 TV sets and 2 VCR is rupees 35,000. That means 3x plus 2y equal to 35,000. Shopkeeper wants a profit of rupees 1,000 per TV and rupees 500 per VCR. Now the selling price will be cost price plus profit. Therefore the selling price of each TV will be rupees x plus 1,000 and selling price of each VCR is rupees y plus 500. Selling price of 2 TV and 1 VCR is rupees 21,500. Means 2 times x plus 1,000 plus y plus 500 equal to 21,500. Therefore 2x plus 2,000 plus y plus 500 equals to 21,500. So 2x plus y equal to 19,000. The system of linear equations what we have with us are 3x plus 2y equal to 35,000 and 2x plus y equal to 19,000. And now once again we convert these equations into the form of matrices. So first matrix A is coefficient of the variables, variable matrix X and constant matrix C. And again we have the matrix equation Ax equal to C, that is this 3 2 2 1 xy equal to 35,000 19,000. Now R1 changes to R1 minus 2R2. So we are going to make this element as 0. If I make this element as 0, this becomes a lower triangular matrix. So easily seen that this can be made 0. So I get minus 1 0 to 1. In the right hand side it becomes minus 3,000 and 19,000. So once again multiplying the matrix in the left hand side, we get minus x plus 0 y, 2x plus y equal to minus 3,000, 19,000. So by equality of matrices we get minus x equal to minus 3,000, therefore x becomes 3,000, and 2x plus y equal to 19,000. And here in place of x, let us substitute the value of x. So it becomes 2 into 3,000 plus y equal to 19,000. Therefore y will be equal to 19,000 minus 600 equal to 13,000. Therefore the cost price of each TV is rupees 3,000 and the selling price of each TV will be rupees 3,000 plus 1,000 equal to rupees 4,000. And the cost price of each VCR is rupees 13,000 and the selling price of each VCR is rupees 13,000 plus 500 equal to rupees 13,500. Thank you.